agenda. Take a look at that, and if you want to make a comment about one of those items that we'll be voting on. And then at the end, there'll be a privilege of the floor for any topic. So there'll be an opportunity then, if it's a topic that's not on our agenda per se. And we just ask that you state your name, the town you're from, and try to keep it brief. If any members have any questions, they'll maybe engage in conversation about it. But if they don't, we'll just make note of it. I don't know if people have noticed, we have a very good recording system. The audio that Shelley uses transcribes directly into the software to written form, and that's exactly what goes into the minutes and onto the website. So you'll be able to clearly see what was discussed and what was said. With that, are there any of you who would like to speak on privilege of the floor for agenda items? And we'll go through them. Resolution number 67, resolution to approve the July regular board minutes. Do I have a motion?
Make the motion.
Second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Resolution number 68, resolution to appoint members to the planning board and the zoning board of appeals. Do I have a motion? Okay, second? Okay, discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Nay.
One opposed. The rest ayes. Motion passed. Resolution to 69, which is to set the mileage allowance based on New York State changes. Do I have a motion?
Change the mileage allowance.
Okay, second? Second. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Resolution number 70, resolution to approve proclamation heralding the accomplishments of the Lindsville Lions Club. I'm going to read this one. It'll be on the minutes or so. Whereas the Lindenville Lions Club was established in 1951 as a civic organization dedicated to community service and whose motto is "We Serve." And whereas the Lindenville Lions Club conducts annual visual acuity testing for elementary school children, glaucoma screening for many people, and has provided over 500 pairs of eyeglasses worth approximately $150,000 over the years. And whereas the Lindenville Lions Club organizes and executes the preeminent community events of the year, the award-winning 4th of July celebration featuring a parade, a military aircraft flyby, live music, a chicken barbecue, and one of the largest fireworks displays in Western New York. And whereas the Lindenville Lions Club provides numerous opportunities for families and friends to enjoy wholesome activities, including an Easter egg hunt, a Mother's Day rose sale, an annual thank you concert in the town park, an Oktoberfest celebration, a trunk or treat Halloween activity, and Christmas time deliveries of poinsettias for area shut-ins, a toy drive, and bell ringing for the Salvation Army. And whereas the Lindenville Lions Club provides financial support to many local efforts, including funds for Camp Rainbow, welding helmets for vision protection for VOCI students, medical loan closet items, and a design purchase recently and the installation of the new Welcome to Lindenville signs at the village limits. And whereas the Lindenville Lions Club dedicates their time, talent, and treasure to the Lindenville School District students by awarding 2 $1,000 scholarships to graduating seniors each year, by sponsoring the high school's annual Top 10 senior class brunch, and by mentoring the Leo Club, comprised of young students responding to the call of service to our community. Be it resolved that the Yates Town Board, with deep and abiding gratitude, hereby recognizes the outstanding contributions of the Lindenville Lions Club. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Unless you want to discuss. Should have all through that, sorry. All right, motion passed, thank you. Resolution number 71, resolution to pay bills. Do I have a motion?
Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Okay, privilege of the floor. Oh, I'll also make a note before I forget that recently the Deputy Highway Superintendent has been providing written updates of highway goings-on. And that's in the minutes, we just don't have them for you quite yet, so Justin's here, thank you, Justin, for that. So that'll be provided each month when we get that. So with that, privilege of the floor. Paul?
Yeah, I have some questions I'd like to ask about how the town is going to handle the upcoming councilperson seat vacancy that will be created in January when Sue Rovad is elected to the uncontested town supervisor position. The last time there was a vacancy of a seat on the board, it was mired in secrecy, and by the time it was announced at the November 2024 meeting, a replacement had already been chosen, again behind closed doors, and appointed at the very meeting without any awareness or discussion to the public. So I have some questions. Regardless of who's being considered, will this board commit to a public application process where any qualified Yates resident can submit a resume for this seat? Number 2, will the vacancy be formally posted on the town board website and the official newspaper before any interviews take place? Number 3, will the interviews of the candidate or candidates be in a public session so residents can hear their platforms? As a concerned resident in this board's commitment to transparency, will you advertise this seat?
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Thank you.
I also have a letter here that I will submit to the town clerk after you answer my questions, and so that it goes in the official record and in the minutes.
It's a letter regarding the same topic?
Yes,
Okay.
to the town board members.
Thank you. Next?
I was wondering if we have made any progress about the runoff water from Route 63 down West J. Summer Road. They put a few markings on the road, but I haven't heard anything. And this last rain, of course, on the 2nd was just crazy, and I'm sure everybody had a lot of excessive flooding. But mine actually went from the west or the east end of my trailer, underneath my trailer, and out the west end of it into the swale that's between me and Miss Whiting's property down there. So I was completely underwater, and I can't keep taking on the runoff water. It's destroying my property down in there. It's washed away my driveway. It flooded at least 4 inches in my garage this time, and like I said, it went underneath my trailer all the way to the other end of the trailer and out the other end. So I don't know what it's doing to where my blocks are sitting underneath there as well. I mean, I know it's been going on for some time, but that's all the more reason why I shouldn't have to keep coming back up here and asking for something to be done. The lady that lived there prior to me had some of these same issues, and it's never been, I don't know if she addressed it, but I live there now, and I'm asking the town to do something. And I'm not an engineer, so I don't know, exactly what needs to be done, and I understand it's a difficult process. And I'm trying to be patient, but I'm here once again, and I have been for the last 2 years, since I've lived in the trailer, asking for something to be done with this water that's coming off Route 63.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next. Yes.
I'm just curious on what the timeline is for when the short-term rental law or discussion is going to finally come to an end. I feel like it's been going on since end of last year, January time. I mean, at this point, I feel like the discussion keeps coming up and different things keep getting said, but everybody's beating their head against a wall.
Anyone else?
I have property off of West Lake Shore Road, and this evening, as I was trying to drive west, there was some huge truck coming east, and there were pedestrians trying to take a walk, which should not be a challenge. But I see this time and again that the traffic is so fast on that road, and that people can't ride their bikes, their children can't go up there safely. And when I go to other areas with cottages, it seems like there is a road that is a moderating road that where you're not just going from 55 miles an hour to 10. So I don't know what it would take, and I know this has periodically come up in the past, but it would seem like that would not be a hardship on the local traffic if it was a little bit less fast.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for all those comments. Do you have anything for the group?
I took a walk down, or drive down to the town buildings this week, met with Justin and Roger. They showed me damage to the big road. And he pointed out the pickup truck, or the work truck that needs replaced. He pointed out the bad, really bad features on it. It's turning into a rust bucket on it. Other than that,
Well, I'm assuming, and we'll see soon, once the budget process gets heated up, the 5-year plan, I'm sure will be adjusted by Roger and Justin to reflect, the pickup has been on there now
Right.
for a year. So I would assume that this is the year for this budget year to do it, but the roof could be very expensive, especially if we try to do metal or something, so.
no, there was this, I went down there for my own curiosity, because I haven't been down there in years, so.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that.
I guess I'll just say, I agree with Dana, that I think we beat the crap out of the STR thing, and that we just need to address. I think for a lot of people here too. I think if there's ever real issues brought in here, and if they're documented, and they can show us an issue, then maybe we could talk about it, but I mean, what is being discussed now is basically based upon the what-ifs. And I mean, why don't we just make all the speed limits 30 miles an hour everywhere? That way there's no accidents and legal ever. That's what we're doing with this STR thing, so it's time.
Well, we're gonna have a nice, street dance Friday. Saturday, my bad.
Saturday. No,
Friday
it's
the
okay.
other week, no, yeah, Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have fireworks, and, should be nice.
Yeah, I hope everybody can make it. That's, it officially starts at 6, but I think we'll have the tables and the road will be blocked off from around 4:30. Tables and chairs, food, vendors, probably by 5 we'll be ready to go. And then music at 6, fireworks at 8:45, right here on the street. If you haven't been to it.
The band is from Medina. They filled in because we had a previous band that was sold out to last minute for an injury. But the sports boosters will be there with tacos in a bag and drinks, the Lions Club hamburgers and hot dogs. Eula's Baby Ribs will be there with pulled pork, ribs, and chicken. We have a bounce house for kids and an inflatable game thing to play. I'm not sure how that works. The fireworks, and then of course the music, and the genre is
Classic rock, 50s, 60s, and 70s.
We also will honor our veterans that day, and just try to come together as a community and hang out a little bit. So it's kind of a fun thing, and we can be in the streets together. So.
Hope you can all make it. Thank you. Anything else?
I just had, Shelley and I attended. We're always looking for money, especially for the youth in our community. I think we're lacking. We used to have the Brinswade swimming pool that we could teach our kids how to swim at, and now we have to take them to Medina. We struggle each year to get money. It's getting harder to get money for the summer recreation program. So we took a training at the Orleans County, through the Orleans County Youth Bureau, and learned about several opportunities for us to get state money. They showed us how to fill out the paperwork, which is horrendous, but I think Shelley can do it. Sure I can. But hopefully have some new options for finding money for our kids next summer. So we're working on that. So if anyone hears of anything, let us know, because we're always looking for opportunities to support the kids.
Yeah, thank you.
That's it.
And thank you to Carly for doing another great job this year with the
She
kids.
did.
I don't know if people are aware, with the school district being revamped and really pretty much closed over the summer, United Methodist Church in the village here and the Presbyterian Church hosted the summer youth recreation program in Carly. Susan is our board member who oversees it as well, and just a fabulous job. Shelley, of course, making the payroll happen and all the things that she does, keeps us out of trouble, so many thanks for that.
And they did summer school too, didn't they?
Summer
A
school.
portion of it is
injunction.
summer school, and so we
Yep.
picked that up as well. And
Churches just opened up their doors, Lions Club cooked hot dogs a couple times, everybody just kind of came together, and we didn't have the large number that we normally have, but we had a real solid 60 every day, 60 kids that played and enjoyed and had their classes, so it was a good summer.
We'll circle back to you after here about that, okay? Just want to, I do want to respond to some of the things that were asked. So, Paul, in the case of who gets selected, that's a little bit premature. It'll be up to the board to decide that, of course, at the time. Fair questions, frankly, and there are many ways to go about it, as you know. And so, over the years, different approaches have been taken. The first things first, though, the election takes place, and if it's like you surmise, it will be Susan as the supervisor to be seated January 1st. If that's how it goes, then it'll be a decision for the board to make on how to replace that position. So,
I didn't ask about the process. I asked if you'd make the seat public, too, so that,
your first sentence, I wrote verbatim. How is the council person going to be selected? What is the process?
Okay, but I followed it up with a
You can
bunch
check
of
your video,
questions.
Paul. Now we're not going to have this conversation.
Okay, so you-
So I gave you my feedback, and I'm giving feedback
So-
because I want you to hear it.
Okay.
And I want it to be known that I'm not ignoring what people say. Secondly, I know we've been working with you for several years since you moved back here about your water problem. I know most recently both the highway superintendent, one of the board members, and the deputy have been there looking at it with you. It's a challenge. We have some places like that in this town and some of the side roads, and yours in particular, I think, is being affected, as we know, by Route 63. So it starts there, and then, of course, it's a town road that you're on. So we're trying to brainstorm that and keep brainstorming. Maybe there's something that we'll come up with that we can help with.
Maybe it's, out of the town's budget, but if you really want to think about it, the water is coming off the state road.
Yes, I
So
just
maybe the
acknowledge
state
that.
could get involved to help with the financial
That's a
part.
fair question. That's
I mean, I don't know.
possibility. So lastly, second to last, the SDR loss process has taken a long time, right? And so I think we'll have one more shot at this. I think probably by next month, we'll put it into place. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to look like. We had some really good discussions, I thought, on Monday about best practices. And we'll work through that these next few weeks, and hopefully the law will be in place by the September meeting. And I think the speeding on some of the roads, Georgette, that's a challenge. And I know that the best process to take, and you may already be aware of this, so I may be preaching to the choir, is to try to get a petition signed by people on the road that are affected. So let's say you have a dozen people sign a petition saying we want the speed limit reduced on our road. That's a good kickoff. The highway superintendent and the county, I think, get together and look at it. And then the proposal actually goes to the state, even though it's a town or county highway. It's if it is a town, even in this particular case, it will have to go to the state for approval. So the process is a bit laborious, but it is something that you can initiate with a petition. And I've seen 4 attempts in my almost 11 years, and 2 of them were successful to reduce speed limits. So it's not outside of the question.
Okay.
Yeah, so with that, I just want to make sure we responded to everybody. So I hope to see you all at the street dance. I'm glad to talk to you right after this if you have any questions beyond what we discussed.
I
Take a motion to adjourn.
I just wanted on the record that the
I'll
supervisor
take
would
a
not
motion
answer
to-
my questions.
I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I don't care.
You're being disruptive.
No, I'm not.
It's not privilege of the floor, for the record.
It's okay, I
You're
just
doing
want it
all
on the
that,
record.
Paul, you're just really embarrassing yourself.
Point of
You're
order.
embarrassing yourself. You don't answer
All
people's
fair side.
questions.
Aye.
Motion. Thanks for coming.
So I ran into Annie.
Here, Shelley, here's the letter I want to know. Correspondence.
Do you have a This one's the.
Oh, I gave you the wrong one. Jesus.
They need to dig a ditch, and they don't want to dig on my
Here you go.
Very good. Is that what you read, Paul?
That's what I read, yes.
Exactly right.
That's a letter to all the board members, because I don't want to leave it up to one person to make that decision.
So I'm going to put probably your whole comment. So you
Yes,
said
put
more than
everything
just-
in.
I'm going to put that and this.
And this is a letter, but put everything that I said, and I want it on the record that he wouldn't answer my questions. And that,
Anything that I can hear, I will put on there because that meeting was not closed yet.
right,
So
right.
whatever happened, whatever was said in that open meeting will go in the minutes.
Good.
All
Did you
right?
get my message about the sound quality?
The what? Yes, I could hear it just fine. Do you know that it'll give you the words if you it'll word it out.
Kind of like closed caption.
Yes, closed captions.
Let's do that.
No. Oh yeah, this I want. Yeah, because I got to post that for the meeting. Okay, thank you.